Have you heard the incredible news? Jessa Duggar, yes, that Jessa from 19 Kids and Counting, is not just expecting her third child, she's expecting twins. Tonight, we're diving deep into this joyful announcement, exploring the Duggar family's reaction, fan theories, expert insights, and what this means for Jessa and Ben's growing brood. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss a single detail. When Jessa Duggar and Ben Seewald first stepped in front of the cameras, they seemed like any young couple, excited, hopeful, ready to start a family. But nothing could have prepared fans for the shockwaves that hit when the news broke. Twins on the way. In just a moment, their world grew exponentially larger. Two little hearts beating where once there was one. Tonight, we'll unpack the announcement, fan reactions, and what lies ahead for one of reality TV's most watched families. Before we get into the twin reveal, let's rewind. Jessa Lauren Seewald, née Duggar, shot to fame alongside her 18 siblings on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting. Known for her down-to-earth charm, musical talents, and strong family values, Jessa became a fan favorite early on. Through ups and downs, Jessa's authenticity has shown. So when she hinted at another pregnancy, fans rejoiced. But twins? That was the moment jaws dropped. On 25 May, Jessa shared a sunlit photo of her smiling beside Ben, both cradling her baby bump. The caption teased, "Our hearts are full, and soon they'll be 2 times fuller. Baby Seewald 3 and 4 coming spring 2025. Can you imagine the shock? Twice the diapers, twice the nursery space, twice the shoes to buy. Fans flooded the comments with congratulations and excitement. Within an hour, the post garnered over 200,000 likes and thousands of heart emojis. Clearly, the Duggar fan base is as devoted as ever. Social media frenzy. As news of Jessa's twins spread, Twitter exploded. Hashtags like Jessa Twins, Duggar Double A Trouble, supportive fans. Tweets poured in celebrating the new arrivals. Jessa and Ben are so blessed. Can't wait to meet the twins. 2 at once. That's Duggar-level ambition hashtag Team Duggar. It's clear. Fans can't get enough of this joyful surprise. Even celebs chimed in. Rachel Hudson tweeted, "Pregnancy twins? That's double the miracle. Congrats, Seewalds." But it wasn't all light banter. Many shared personal stories of twin pregnancies and offered practical advice for the Seewald family. How did the Duggars react? We reached out to our inside sources. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, proud grandparents, reportedly danced around their Arkansas living room, tears of joy streaming down their faces. Joyanna and Austin Forsyth are rumored to be planning a joint baby shower for Jessa and her older sister, guests doubling up on the festivities. Imagine the chaos and the love when dozens of Duggar siblings and in-laws descend for the baby shower. It's going to be an event to remember. Pregnancy with multiples brings unique joys and challenges. We spoke with Dr. Emily Santos, obstetrician at Mercy Women's Health Center. Dr. Santos say twin pregnancies require extra monitoring. The mother's nutrition, rest, and prenatal visits become critical. There's higher risk of preterm labor and anemia, so Jessa will likely have more ultrasounds and checkups than a single pregnancy. Jessa has always been open about her faith guiding her journey. This time, she'll lean on her care team and her community to navigate a twin pregnancy. Fans have already speculated on the extra ultrasounds Jessa will post on her blog, sharing every detail from heartbeat checks to nursery preparations. How does one prepare a nursery for 2? According to designer Emily Clark, it's all about balance. You need 2 essentials: separate sleep spaces, cribs or bassinets, and plenty of storage for double the baby gear. Choose a color palette that works for both and consider a fold-down changing station to save space. Jessa, known for her vintage-style nurseries, might opt for 2 matching white cribs with soft pastel accents. And of course, her signature hand-stitched quilts for each twin, embroidered with their initials. We anticipate a blog post tour from Jessa, complete with step-by-step photos of the nursery transformation. Fans are already guessing themes: woodland wonderland, nautical twins, or classic pink and blue combinations. Keep your eyes on Jessa's Instagram and YouTube channel. We'll be right here to break down every admirable detail. The Seewalds have a history of choosing meaningful names. Spurgeon Michael was named after John Spurgeon, a family friend. Henry Wilberforce honors William Wilberforce, the anti-slavery activist. Will the twins follow suit? Whatever Jessa and Ben choose, you can bet the names will carry deep significance and likely a biblical nod. Imagine managing 2 newborns and 2 toddlers. It's a whirlwind of feeding schedules, diaper changes, and synchronized nap times. Jessa's older boys, Spurgeon, almost 10, and Henry, almost 8, will no doubt be thrilled to have 2 new siblings. Will they help with late-night feedings? Or maybe craft DIY mobiles? Expect heartwarming moments and the occasional brotherly rivalry as the household expands. With the Duggar family back in the spotlight, fans are wondering, will TLC return cameras to the Seewald home? A twin pregnancy is TV gold. Rumors suggest TLC is in talks for a special miniseries, doubling down. Jessa's twin journey. We might see everything from ultrasounds to delivery day, but with the family's focus on privacy, only Jessa and Ben know what cameras will catch and what they'll keep behind closed doors. No Duggar storyline is complete without controversy. Some fans worry about the physical toll on Jessa. Others debate the ethics of filming births. Yet the majority rally behind Jessa, celebrating the miracle of twins and the joy they'll bring. Tune into our live stream discussion next week, where we'll host a panel on reality TV ethics and family boundaries. Jessa has always been open about her faith and community. We expect her to lean on prayer groups and fellow moms to get through the tough moments and savor the sweet ones. Twin deliveries often happen earlier, around 36 to 37 weeks. That means Jessa could welcome her babies as soon as late February 2025. Dr. Santos say most twin pregnancies plan for a hospital birth with a neonatal intensive care unit on standby, just in case. Will Jessa choose a natural delivery or a planned C-section? Only time will tell. Whatever happens, the family's faith and fan support will carry her through. We can already picture Spurgeon and Henry practicing diaper changes on dolls, eager to shower their new siblings with love. Expect adorable blog vlogs of the boys helping with nursery prep, building cribs, and picking out onesies. It's a big responsibility, but also a priceless opportunity for bonding. We want to hear from you. What are your burning questions for Jessa? Ask away in the comments. More update. Jessa Duggar slams at suggestion she and husband Ben Seewald are breeding like rabbits. But why? And pregnant counting on star Jessa Duggar Seewald reveals how she deals with the negativity she gets for having so many kids. I will explain everything. Jessa Duggar slams at suggestion she and husband Ben Seewald are breeding like rabbits. But why? The star of 19 Kids and Counting responds to rude and unnecessary comments on YouTube while she is 6 months pregnant. Any criticism of Jessa Duggar and her husband Ben Seewald's childbearing is not welcome. In a recent YouTube video posted to the couple's account this week, the expected 19 Kids and Counting star talked about the impending birth of their 6th child and addressed comments on the number of children she has already had. Currently, the 32-year-old former reality star and her spouse have 5 children: Henry, 8, Spurgeon, 9, Ivy, 5, Fern, 3, and 14-month-old George. She said, "To be honest, I have heard a lot of offensive and pointless remarks, but usually those are just online." She said, people might comment on this YouTube video and say things like, "Oh, you're breeding like rabbits. You're crazy." Or, "Are you trying to follow in your mom's footsteps? Are you going to have 19? My mom is my hero. Even though I won't have 19 kids, I cherish her. I really love her." Jessa continued, "My mother, Michelle Duggar, is my role model in a lot of ways. Her gentleness, love, patience, and kind words. She is, in my opinion, the epitome of what a mother should be." The question then is, do you want to be like your mother? Yes. Please help me, Lord, I say. When a fan questioned Duggar how she handles other people's viewpoints, she responded by saying that she stays loyal to her principles. In the same key and a video, Duggar also disclosed that she has chosen to give birth to baby No, 6 in a hospital. In the end, she said, I think it really comes down to having faith in the choices we've made as a family, as a couple, and before God. People on either end of the spectrum will always exist because we don't live for other people's perspectives or acceptance. Whether the sentiment is, oh, you shouldn't have this many kids, or you should have as many kids as possible. We don't believe there's anything wrong with planning your family, spacing out your children, or finishing at a certain point, she continued. She expressed her annoyance with the internet, but she also disclosed that they never had a plan for the size of their family they want to have. We weren't really thinking, oh, we'll just have 1 or 2. When we got married, Jessa remarked, it seemed as though we were in the middle of the range. I believe that the number 7 or something like was tossed out. We really just take things one at a time, she remarked. I'm never really in a position to decide whether we're done or going to have another one during pregnancy or the first few months after giving birth. I always remark, and my health is Ben's top priority at all times. Additionally, we are able to love and care for each individual and assist in bringing them up to adulthood. Pregnant counting on star Jessa Duggar Seewald reveals how she deals with the negativity she gets for having so many kids. When Jessa Seewald married Ben Seewald at the ripe age of 21, she began having children. Currently 32 years old and expecting her 6th child, the former star of Counting On claims she has had to cope with her fair share of hurtful remarks from those who disapprove of her having so many kids. Jessa responded to a fan's question in her most recent YouTube video about how she handles the criticism she frequently receives due to the fact that she has numerous children, and presumably intends to have many more. Like many of her 19 siblings and her parents, Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, Jessa has promised to let the number of children she and Ben have up to God. Since she married Ben in 2014, this plan has led to Jessa having a child around every 2 years. The majority of the hostile remarks Jessa receives about her constantly expanding, enormous family come from internet users, she said. As far as negative opinions go, I've never had someone come up to me and be nasty or rude, and I know that's not the case for everyone, she said. However, a lot of unpleasant and pointless remarks have been made. These are usually only found online, though. People will say things like, oh, you're reproducing like rabbits, you're insane, or are you trying to follow in your mom's footsteps? Are you planning on having 19? Michelle is her hero for having 19 children, despite Jessa's assurances to her supporters that she will not have any. She is an inspiration to me in a lot of ways, she remarked. Her gentleness, love, patience, and kind words. From my perspective, she is the epitome of a mother. Jessa acknowledged that people's reactions to the announcement of her second pregnancy could be influenced by the way she delivers it. We do establish the tone. In the way we provide the news, we can occasionally accommodate how we believe others would interpret it, she said. Therefore, if we think, oh, this person would judge me for having another baby, we might be quicker to convey the information in a way that's sort of backpedaling, if that makes sense, or apologizing in some way for our current situation or our life choices. Subsequently, Jessa emphasized that she and Ben are specific about how many blessings they are able to take. In the end, Jessa stated, I believe it really comes down to having faith in the choices we've made as a family, as a couple, and before God. Furthermore, we don't exist for other people's approval or opinions. People who fall on either extreme of the spectrum will always exist. It could be something like, oh, you shouldn't have that many kids, or you should have as many kids as possible. I don't think we actually fall into either of those groups. According to Jessa, she and Ben don't see anything wrong with planning your family, or being done at a certain point, or spacing children. Jessa clarified that she and Ben were aware they would have a large family line when they got married. I believe we eliminated the number 7 or something, she remarked. The exact number was 15. In 2015, Ben declared on an episode of Jill and Jessa, counting on that he always had these crazy thoughts when I was young. I had assumed that I would be playing football with my 15 sons. Having 15 sons would be awesome, Jessa concurred. Jessa's perspective on it has somewhat evolved, though, after squatting out 5 children. We seldom take things all at once. Ben's top priorities are always my health and our ability to love and care for each other until they reach adulthood, Jessa stated. Our ultimate objective is for everyone to learn about and develop a love for the Lord. Oh, you can't do that well if you have a bunch, or you can only do it well if you have a few, are examples of statements that I don't necessarily think are related to quantity. I absolutely believe that God's grace is enough, but we must be aware of our frame. It's all about faith in the Lord, regardless of how many you have, she continued. With the exception of Josh, Jessa has more children than any of her siblings at the moment. The criminal and his wife, Anna, are parents to 7 children. Some of Jessa's siblings, like as her sisters Jill Dillard and Jinger Volo, have expressed opposition to their parents' belief that a married couple ought to have several children. In a 2020 interview, Jill stated, "It was ingrained in me growing up that there's something wrong with that if you don't have as many kids as you can. However, I had a change of heart and realized that it was okay to decide as a couple that waiting was the best course of action." She went on to say, "Having children is a blessing, but that doesn't mean you should have as many as you can." Jessa Duggar is pregnant, expecting baby No. 6 with Ben Seewald. The Duggars are expanding once more. Duggar Jessa later this summer, it was revealed that Jessa Duggar and Ben Seewald are expecting their 6th child together. Jessa posted pictures from a recent ultrasound checkup to Instagram on Friday, March 7, along with the caption, "Halfway to holding you in our arms." Fans and relatives sent Jessa well wishes shortly after she shared her family news. "Congratulations." Jill Duggar commented in the comments, "I'm so pleased for you all." Hannah Duggar also said, "Yay! I can't wait to meet this adorable child." A few months prior to declaring her pregnancy, Jessa, who has children with Seewald, Spurgeon, 9, Henry, 8, Ivy, 5, Fern, 3, and George, 14 months, was the talk of the internet. The former 19 Kids and Counting star received comments from fans asking whether she could be starting a family again after sharing a photo of her family beach day in September 2024. When Jessa saw one of the comments, she made the decision to correct the record by writing, "Not pregnant. Vacationing with too much ice cream." In 2008, Jessa's family made an appearance on 19 Kids and Counting, which introduced her to fans. Jessa and her sister Jill began making appearances on a new show called Jill and Jessa, counting on after the show was canceled in 2015. Jessa decided to concentrate on becoming the greatest mother she could be away from the spotlight after the show ended in 2021. Jessa understood that having children on your own is a very different experience, even if she grew up with many siblings. In July 2020, she told US Weekly, "It's completely different when it's your own kid. The first is that you are in charge of it. It's not like, 'Here, Mom, the kid stinks, change the diaper.' For me, waking up in the middle of the night was certainly one of the biggest challenges. Feeling accountable for making sure they're okay and checking on their fever, such as, when should I visit the doctor?" Throughout it all, Jessa's lifelong husband has been there for her. Married since November 2014, the couple frequently uses social media to share their milestones and family holidays. After having a date night, Jessa dubbed Seewald, "my fav person in the whole wide world," a week before to declaring her pregnancy. Jessa advised us in 2018 to always express gratitude to your spouse for everything they do to support you. How big or tiny is irrelevant. Sometimes couples cease recognizing and appreciating the things the other person does to help with the kids or keep the house running smoothly because they have grown to anticipate certain things from one another. Which Duggars are pregnant? The Counting on family is experiencing a baby boom. The TLC series 19 Kids and Counting and its sequel, Counting On, helped the Duggar family become well known. A large number of Michelle and Jim Bob's adult children are now parents. But which Duggars are expecting right now? In late 2024 and early 2025, a number of family members reported that they were pregnant or had given birth. Almost a Duggar baby explosion is happening. The fact that the most of the siblings are now married may make it hard for fans of the former reality stars to keep track of who is still expecting. Let's examine the Duggars' current pregnancy in more detail. The 6th child that Jessica Duggar Seewald and her husband Ben Seewald are expecting was revealed on March 7. The caption read, "Halfway to holding you in our arms," and included a picture of her clutching sonogram pictures. In addition to two daughters, Ivy 2019 and Fern 2021. Jessa and Ben currently have three sons: Spurgeon, born in 2015, Henry 2017, and George 2023. Does Jessa Duggar have a child? Neither Jessa Duggar nor her husband, Stephen Wisman, have disclosed their pregnancy as of this writing. The wedding took place on August 15, 2024. Does Abby Duggar have a child? The wife of John David Duggar, Abby Burnett Duggar, has not made a pregnancy announcement in public. After getting married in 2018, they have a son named Charlie, 2022, and a daughter named Grace, born in 2020. Does Jill Duggar have a child? The news that Jill Duggar Dillard and her husband, Derek Dillard, are expecting a child has not been made public. At present, they have three boys together: Israel, 2015, Samuel, 2017, and Freddie, 2022. Jill disclosed in April 2024 that she miscarried at 4 months of pregnancy. Does Jinger Duggar have a child? Jinger Duggar is not pregnant at this time. Since their 2016 marriage, she and her husband, Jeremy Vuolo, have two daughters: Felicity, 2018, and Evangeline, 2020, as well as a son, Finnegan, who was born on March 29, 2025. Does Joyanna Duggar have a child? The news of Joyanna Duggar Forsyth's pregnancy has not been made public. She was married to Austin Forsyth in 2017, and they presently have three kids: Gunnar, 2023, Evelyn, 2020, and Gideon, 2018. Does Kendra Duggar have a child? Kendra Caldwell Duggar has not yet made her pregnancy with her husband, Joseph Duggar, public as of this writing. Three children have been born to them since their 2017 marriage: two daughters, Haddison, 2019, and Brooklyn, 2021, and a son, Garrett, 2018. They have not made the announcement public. However, it has been reported that they welcomed another son. Does Lauren Duggar have a child? Neither Lauren Swanson Duggar nor Joshua Duggar have recently revealed that they are expecting a child, nor do they use social media. They got married in 2018, and in 2019, they had a daughter named Bella. They haven't made the births public, but they reportedly welcomed a second girl and a son in 2022. Does Katie Duggar have a child? It is not true that Katie Nakatsu Duggar and her husband, Jed Duggar, are expecting a child at this time. In January 2025, they welcomed twin girls, Emma and Elsie. After getting married in 2021, Katie and Jed have two children together: a daughter named Nora, 2023, and a son named Truett, 2022. Does Hannah Duggar have a child? There isn't a baby on the way for Jeremiah Duggar and his wife, Hannah Wisman Duggar. They welcomed baby No. 3, a daughter named Emery, in May 2025. They also have two further children: Brielle, born in February 2024, and Brinley, born in December 2022. In March 2022, Hannah and Jeremiah exchanged vows. Is Maddie Grace Duggar expecting a child? In October 2024, Jason Duggar wed Maddie Grace. The couple has not disclosed that they are expecting a child. Maddie provided a candid response to the often asked fan question at a Q&A session in a YouTube video from April 2025. "Not at all. I'm really grateful," she remarked. "We don't have any expectations. We'll let you people know when we expect." For a while, Maddie added she and Jason do not want to have children, and they answered absolutely not to having their own 19 children. Does Claire Duggar have a child? The couple, Claire, Spivey Duggar, and Justin Duggar, have not made their pregnancy public. In February of 2021, they were married. Which 2025 Duggars are expecting? At the moment, Jessa Duggar is the only Duggar family member to make a pregnancy announcement in public. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.